What's up, ranch hands? Welcome back to the channel. 1923 season 1 episode number 5, and it sounds like it's time for Spencer to come home. We found out that he had been receiving all the letters from home, but he hadn't been reading them.
For like 2 years.
Yeah, and I mean, the place that him and Alexandra were living in this last episode, probably one of the most amazing looking places in the world.
Absolutely.
And definitely not a place that you would want to leave.
No.
Especially if you're with someone that you really like. Mm-hmm. And it's just this really difficult situation where she convinced him to start reading them. She was reading them and kind of like narrating through some of these stories. And then he started getting to like the new ones. And then it got to the most recent one,
which I think is 3 months old at this point.
And the idea that the letter basically ends with, by the time we read this, Jacob's probably dead and your brother's dead. And it's just like, holy shit, that's got to be probably the most gut-wrenching, panic-inducing thing to read in a letter, especially knowing how long you've held these letters for. Just the idea that all this stuff could be going down at your home without you having any knowledge of it. I think it's time for him to come home. It sounds like he's going to come home to a really difficult spot. Jacob has survived to this point.
Yeah.
He made it through the initial attack. He woke up and he's recovering. But Banner is in the process of trying to form this army. And obviously Spencer's got this reputation. We've only known him for 4 episodes. But he carries this war hero label that people know, and his ability to fight these friggin' giant animals that are killing people. He seems like a total badass. We've gotten a couple flashbacks of him through the war, and clearly he's a good fighter. It's just a matter of like, what kind of resources does he have to fight Banner if he brings this army? And is Banner going to take over the ranch in the time period for him to have read this letter and get home? It just seems like a very difficult spot because Kara, she's been in Jacob's spot running the meetings and making an announcement about him being out of town.
Kind of trying to deflect, like, no, he's fine. He's just not home right now.
He's out of town.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's a lot. I mean, this whole universe does a really great job of building a lot of tension. And it feels like we're there right now currently with the whole Dutton Ranch situation. And I wonder if we're going to get like any kind of time jump of like Spencer arriving, or is it going to be, we're going to see some more of like the stuff that's happening while he's on his way home. Because I mean, again, Banner has got a plan. He feels like a pretty big threat, and he now has some resources behind him to make his threat even stronger.
Yeah. But he's writing checks his ass can't cash.
It sure feels that way. And the idea that Kara was like, oh, my nephew's gonna get you, and Banner's reaction was like, I've already met him, no big deal.
And
she's like, not that one.
Yeah, not that
There's
one.
another one.
Yeah.
To where it feels like Spencer's gonna come through and destroy some shit, but it all depends on what's there when he arrives, because
also that
it's not like he could just jump on a personal jet and make it to friggin' the Yellowstone in a matter of a day. It's going to take a long time for him to get from Africa to Montana. So I don't know what that's going to look like. It seems like it's going to be really difficult. The stuff going on at this school with these Native American girls continues to be some of the hardest stuff that we've ever seen.
Angry.
Yeah, it is definitely anger inducing. And there was a situation where the one girl keeps fighting back. The girl who I'm going to assume is a Rainwater based off of that one little form that we saw. She got into another incident and they chopped her hair off, which is so insane and so heartbreaking. And she got her revenge. She killed the nun that had been the main focal point of her harassment. And it feels like she is now on her way out of there. It doesn't matter how, like, this school looked like it was literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Literally.
What does she do now? Because obviously you take the people that want to go with you. You try to like take who you can, but it's like, where do you go from here? It's not like you're gonna have any horses I don't think there were any horses around to jump on, but it seems like that they're so far out in the middle of nowhere. I worry for their safety about, okay, you got out, but now they're gonna catch you and bring you back.
Oh my God.
That's the kind of thing that worries me about a situation like that.
Please don't.
So that whole situation, again, that school, just everything that they've shown us has been friggin' disgusting and really hard to watch. But I'm hoping for the best for these kids and hope they get out of there. And again, it just feels like a situation that, you know, you understand why there's so much hatred and a lack of trust. And it's a really bad situation. And again, I hope that for this specific show and this situation that they're showing us, that the best possible outcome is provided for these kids. It just feels like there's really not a lot of positive to come from it. It just feels like it's going to be a bad situation all around.
Yep.
So it's tough. But again, it's one of those things that is important to remember and acknowledge that the reality of the situation that did happen. And yeah, it's important to remember, learn, all that stuff. So this show's been insane. It's been pretty brutal through these first 4, but here we are with 5. Ready for it?
Oh, I got my tissue. We're ready.
She's ready. Let's go.
Morning, Mrs. Dutton.
Morning, Mabel.
Oh, electricity.
Can't get here soon enough? No cable.
Not today. If one comes, I'll send Stephen with it. They spared the carriage ride.
Then I'll be waiting for a man who never comes instead of a cable. The carriage allows me to remove hope early so I can get on with my day.
Waiting for something from Spencer.
Yeah, I assume. It's gotta be the only thing she's waiting for, no?
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be like a hopeless feeling.
Yeah.
Not knowing where he is, sending a ton of letters with
Life had
zero
become a
response.
series of melancholy routines, like a defeated stag that had retreated deep into the forest to tend its wounds.
Dude, he got jacked up. Ugh.
You gotta clean them.
Our family had lost itself in the tedium of healing.
Oh, Margaret. And there's John. Oh, God. I'm fine. Or am I?
The hobby of watching young love had been robbed from her, Jack choosing to spend his evenings patrolling headquarters, choosing revenge over passion.
It's tough.
We've sent for the doctor.
What for?
For you. I'll not spoon feed and bathe too, Emma. You have a child. He needs you.
He's a man who has a woman. He has no need for me.
Sons outgrow their mothers now, do they?
Become a mother before you lecture me about sons and what they do.
Ouch.
That one hurt a lot.
That was uncalled for and unnecessary.
Dang.
That's fucked up. No!
A billion years of life led to my family standing in the mountains of
What?
Montana. And only 4 Duttons remained on this earth to survive another generation.
She took her.
We were going extinct.
Emma.
Our family is condemned to journey. Journey from Ireland to escape poverty. Journey from Tennessee to escape war. Journey from Kentucky to offer salvation. Journey from Africa to seek vengeance.
Wow.
Montana is the magnet now. It is the next journey. And for my young brother, it will be his last.
It's like, what is he gonna do when he arrives?
I don't even know.
Is he just gonna go on like a killing spree and just like put everyone on notice? You mess with my family, you mess with me. And if you mess with me, you ain't gonna live.
I need to book passage to America.
How do you expect to do that?
You tell me.
We have no liners to the States. Can book you to London. You can arrange transport from there.
Book me to London.
First class is £40 per passenger. It's 30 for tourist class, but the lady will melt beneath the bow while you will war with the rats, sir.
First class, then. How long is the journey?
Depends on traffic at the Suez. A month, give or take. Your vessel is the RMS Franconia. You will embark on November 11th.
That's 3 weeks. I can't wait 3 weeks.
What's another option?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out.
Holy shit.
There are no other options, sir.
I will find another option
3 weeks.
just to get on a trip that'll take a month.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No. Look at the little one. There's little ones. There's little tinies.
Where did she go?
I don't know.
You...
If you don't know, why are you crying?
Because she's fucking terrified of you, you son of a bitch.
What have the innocent to fear? Fear is the stench of guilt, child. And you reek of it. Where did she go? I don't know.
I can't. This is so fucked.
When you do not tell the truth, you aid a sinner. To aid a sinner is a sin itself, child.
The fuck do you call what you're doing then?
To aid a murderer
Fucking
is
piece
to
of shit.
bathe in the blood of her victims.
I told you truth. She went home.
Walking 400 miles through badlands and desert and canyons with no assistance, no supplies. You expect me to accept that as fact? You have strayed from the light, forsaken it. The devil runs you now. You are his marionette. He works your filthy mouth with his little strings. Now you will tell me the truth, or I will deliver you to him.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Sure, it makes him feel like a big, strong man to...
Like, this is not religion. This is not... This isn't... Oh my god. This is just a bunch of murderers walking around dressed up as priests and nuns.
Father!
talking about sins and shit like that. Wow.
Yeah, you're hiding. Fucker, dude. You motherfucker.
Bring it back to me.
There are horses.
This is absolute horseshit. She's wearing something on her back so that it covers her tracks.
We saw that with
Yeah.
their certain attacks in the main show.
Yeah.
Where they would put it behind their horses.
Yep. Wow. That is incredible.
Seriously.
Where is this? Poor baby.
I don't think that's the Native American girl.
Really?
I don't think they would be burying them like that. With the way they treat them.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
She's really good. She's really good.
That would be horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Shit.
Oh, honey. I mean, beautiful creature, but fuck. Get away. Get away.
Or let's be friends.
No, this is, I'm gonna wait for you to come down. Fuck.
I have an idea for you. That old man. He's transporting a tug to the Suez. Once you get to the Suez, you can get passes to anywhere. He's looking for deckhands. You ever worked the deck?
No.
Better you lie. You say yes.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Luca, you found any sellers yet?
Nah, nobody wants to transport a tug. The money's on the merchant ships and whalers.
Well, I have one for you here.
He looks familiar.
He does.
Looks like a hunter.
I need transport to a port that gets me to Britain.
Now, how much you want to pay?
Cruise lines charge 30. Pay you that.
30 pounds. Just swap deck and stow gear. Right. Got a deal.
Oh, he was one of the
We'll leave first light.
drug dealers in Bad Boys 2.
Yes.
Mustard gas.
Oh.
How do you know that?
Used to captain a liner made into a hospital. Bring the boys on hit with that mustard. Once you see him, boys, there's no one seeing it. You just know it when you look at it. Mr. Hunter, tomorrow we're gonna make a sailor out of you.
Are you sure you're gonna make it, buddy?
He's dying.
Oh, what?
Oh, she's being protected.
Where'd they come from?
She's fine now.
Biachok.
That's it.
Ik chedam biachsin ocheshia awadajum koachilik.
Kodima. Awadela She said awadeg.
Iwachik. Ikichisapesha hamachimikwa kogon bakalak.
Bimakala we majish. Kotek ashise kudale. Kote chikaga sa kiama. Tishpelach bake. Itpelach bago. Dalasakyo.
Teonna bilichale.
Your father runs his horse. Hank, Wabik.
Teonna Rainwater.
Why Hank?
When they made us choose names, everybody was choosing George, Jim. Nobody was choosing Hank, so I chose it. She belonged to the people. The government finds out we got him. The government's gonna take him.
Why would they take him?
Why would they take you?
Oh, honey.
I'm in big trouble. I killed the nun who beat me and killed the nun who raped me.
Oh, honey.
Come and kill me. We beat up, choked one, and stabbed the other.
They did this. I'd say they had it coming. You come home with me. I'll send word to your father.
You should go to Canada.
Canada's worse. First we find your father, then we find the place.
Please help her. Oh my god. Her back. And all those girls left behind.
Stratford widow packed up, headed east. That ranch borders the Yellowstone. Now, I don't know much about mines, but if I was building one, I'd build it there.
Get me more of these. Anyone you can run off. We'll choke this Dutton out.
Fuck.
I want it all. I want the whole valley.
Same story, different time.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, he don't get it.
Well, I mean, we don't know from there to there. Certain parts, I don't know.
Where do you live, Banner?
I have a homestead up north in the mountains.
Log and sod.
Aye.
Never lived in a city.
Never.
In the country, you survive your surroundings, or try to, anyway. It's the most a man can muster when he abandons civilization. Cities are the mastery of one's surroundings.
Let there be light.
Necessities become comforts. In the wild, the availability of water dictates whether you survive the day.
And so do expenses.
That most precious of resources becomes an afterthought.
And the expenses. Everything gets more fucking expensive. Now you have to pay for electricity, light bulbs, blah, blah, blah. Upkeep. You got your castle, bud. Got your castle. At what cost, though?
His life. It'll be his life.
So much.
He's dying. Very soon.
What happened?
Doctor says he needs sunlight.
Good old vitamin D. Gosh, that fireplace has been through so much.
Yeah. That carbon freeze is a real bitch. When you go out and see the light, it's always brutal.
Look how angry you are.
Brewster's sold out. Straffords are gone. My parents gone. You goddamn right I'm angry.
You can't win. No leader. Can't win without a leader.
I can lead them.
They won't follow you. This must be done right, or we lose everything.
You got old.
I've been old, son. Fuckers got me pretty good, huh?
We're gonna get them back.
Do we know how old Jack is?
I don't know. He looks like he's
Just barely over 18.
right. I think that's what Elizabeth was.
Taking it pretty hard.
It's cost him more than anyone.
Keep him close. Don't let him go to town anymore. Just start hiring livestock agents.
Sheriff has started interviewing.
You gotta do it. You gotta look him in the eye. Don't trust the charming ones. Charming ones work for him. If he's smart, he's got somebody to back him.
And he does.
Someone with money.
Yep.
Why do you think that?
Because that's what I'd do if I was in his spot.
I find it hard to believe that anyone would support that monster.
Would take another monster. Who's one man in this state benefits if the ranchers move out? What's the one business that doesn't have recessions?
Gold.
You can start on solid foods tomorrow and have some of your cowboys help you walk. You need to start moving.
All right. Seems like he's on a good road to recovery.
Cowboys don't get to see me like this.
I'll help you.
I'm gonna have to because they're leaving.
You've lost enough weight. I bet I can carry you myself.
How many glasses are gonna get shattered in that fucking kitchen?
Over the 100+
This
years.
isn't what you promised. You haven't lost anything that I haven't lost. I'm an orphan too now. And all we have is each other, and I don't even have that. I've got just as much right to hate the man as you do, but I don't. Because hate takes your whole heart, every bit of it. It leaves no room for love. I choose not to hate him so that there is room in my heart for you. If you won't do the same for me, take me to town. Send me home, Jack.
She's got points. She's got points.
Look at the size of this prison. That is what I am in, Jack.
No, you're not. It's home. It's your home. I'm your husband.
Not yet, you aren't.
You don't need a wedding to get married. We don't need a church. We're standing in front of God right now. I, Jack Dunn, take you, Liz Strafford, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, for richer and for poorer, for better or worse, so long as we both shall live.
Good job, Jack.
I'm only half done. You gotta say it back.
Something feels good.
How does some rice sound?
Sounds like shit. Don't we have a steak in that ice box?
Doctor said.
9 bullets don't kill me. I doubt a steak will.
9.
Chicken and rice. That's nobody's last meal.
Exactly.
Ain't gonna be yours, bud. And there's your witness.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, God. Are you leaving her behind?
Did you plan on leaving a note?
It's on the dresser.
What does it say?
Says that this trip is too dangerous. Envelope has money so you can book passage back to London. Says I'll send for you when it's safe.
Says a lot. There is no sending for me, Spencer. We have a life together, or we live our lives apart. You only get to choose me once. The choice will not be offered again.
Get your things.
You knew he wasn't gonna leave you behind if that
I was getting a little worried.
It's like, when are you gonna learn, dude? She's in this ride with you, regardless of how dangerous it is. You guys almost got eaten by a bunch of wild animals together.
You need permission to board this ship, sir. Passage may be booked to the Union Castle office on Hudson.
I don't need passage. I need a favor. My family in the United States has suffered a tragedy, and I must return home with haste. I'm leaving today, and I need to send word. Could you use the radio? Send a message for me.
I can send that message.
I'm extraordinarily pleased with myself. I'm proving quite resourceful on this journey, and we haven't even left yet. No telling how I'll save the day next.
You're not gonna do this the entire trip, are you?
I talk when I'm nervous. If you'd speak as well, you could cut my talking by half. You're too busy sulking, which makes me doubt everything, which makes me more nervous, which means I must double my talking to compensate.
Honesty.
This is it. Our ship.
What is it?
Tugboat.
I don't think those are supposed to leave the harbor.
This one's leaving the harbor. Supposed to ask permission?
Come aboard.
Why do I feel like he's gonna die mid-trip and then they're just gonna have to sail themselves?
This is the easiest it'll be. Just be careful. I don't need you bouncing off into the bay.
Oh, shit. Is that a foreshadow?
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
Your vacation's over, I'm afraid.
But the adventure is just beginning.
I mean, she does have a very positive outlook on all these situations.
Well, what else are you gonna do? Literally, what other option do you have other than just, let's go. Let's just fucking go. What are we gonna do?
What is happening?
I don't know.
The music got kind of weird.
He's being weird.
He looks very suspicious of this giant ship. You have to deal with like pirates or anything out on this water?
I don't know.
What the hell is it doing?
It's a ghost. A ghost ship, boilers blew in the spring and crew abandoned ship. But she didn't sink, and she won't run aground. The current in the channel holds her. Now she lists back and forth hunting captains who don't pay attention.
Wow, that's horrifying.
I'm terrified.
It's abandoned. No one's piloting the ship.
It's just floating.
She's floating.
Wow.
That's creepy as hell.
There was this ghost ship called the Zebrina, hauling coal.
Oh, that's what this episode is called.
After floating past all of you fellows coming to join the war, my hospital ship ran from her for weeks. I swear that empty bitch, she was chasing us.
That's the emphysema, isn't it? Oh, God.
But the strangest thing I ever saw was off the coast of Indonesia. Little dinghies, two-man fishing skiffs, just floating 300 miles offshore.
Shit.
The seagulls swarming like hornets, picking at the man inside. And there must have been 1,000 of them small dinghies. I passed them for a week.
Feels like a scene from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right?
Big swell that pushed them all out to sea. I don't know. It's a mystery.
Thank you for making this trip even more terrifying.
Right?
Radio work?
It works when it works.
What's the distress channel?
158.6. Dial's right there. But if there's any distress, don't use the radio. Come and get me. Now, that's 3-hour shifts each. So wake me up at 6.
A lot could go down in 6 fucking hours. Holy crap. I'm not sure if he's waking up from this.
I know. I'm like, is he gonna fucking die right now?
Thank you.
What?
Just thank you.
Talking you out of abandoning me in Mombasa and piloting you across the sea. Nothing but my nautical expertise to guide the way.
She is pretty funny.
She's hilarious.
If you never doubted me, I'll never doubt you.
It wasn't a doubt. It was a worry.
Well, don't do it.
I'll never doubt you.
Oh, he found a hat.
No!
You gonna keep up this for 6 hours though? I don't know, girl.
What a fucking journey.
Honestly terrifying.
Hey, let's go down below. Our watch is up.
Yeah, he's not gonna be alive.
He's not, right? Because, like, that would make sense for a terrible thing to happen. Like, the fucking guy be dead.
I mean, they basically set the stage for when he was coughing up blood when we met him. Oh, God. Is that blood all over the pillow? Sounds like he's still breathing, though.
3 o'clock.
I'll take the next watch.
Old man, you need to rest.
It's my fucking ship. Only one gives orders here. Me.
I'm like, I'd rather you not die while being
Steering
in
the
the
ship.
Yeah, being in the spot of the that's got to be in control.
Oh my god. Can I get some help, please?
Can we get a bedroom downstairs?
Ah, yes, the biscuits.
I would like to set a date for the wedding.
I'm sure you would, dear, but we should wait until the spring.
I'm afraid I don't think my dress will fit in the spring.
She's pregnant!
We said our vows. We just left the law out of it and the preacher and everyone else.
Aw.
That is the first good news these ears have heard in months. We will plan a small wedding very soon with a preacher who knows how to backdate the license, if you know what I mean.
Is it John number 2?
Right? He would want to name it after his dad, no? Oh, he's exercising. That he was doing.
Oh, because the doctor said he had to move, and he's like, the Cowboys aren't going to see me like this, so he's doing it himself. I mean, these Duttons are tough sons of bitches. And stubborn, too.
Uh-huh. He's busy right now.
It's like, God forbid one of the Cowboys sees you in, like, a vulnerable state. Uh-oh, why is the tugboat not moving?
Let me up.
What's wrong?
Engines aren't running.
Engines died, and so did your captain.
Yeah, he's fucking dead.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
This is SS Lambridge. What's your mayday?
I'm a passenger on a tug headed to Suez. Captain has expired.
What is your heading?
Due east, but we're drifting.
Have you nautical maps?
We do.
All right, chap. I'll talk you through finding your bearings.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Oh, that bitch, yeah. She's coming. She is coming for you. Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
There's no fucking way.
You'd be Mrs. Dutton.
I would.
Don Whitfield. Seems we're neighbors. I've acquired the Strafford Ranch.
The Lazy S is the name.
I'd love to meet your husband. Is there a time I might pay a visit?
I'll inform him of your interest.
We could choose a time now.
I don't keep his calendar.
Then, perhaps I'll just stop by and see if he's free. The valley's changing. Progress is upon us. There are opportunities beyond cattle, which isn't much of a business these days. More of a dream.
It's our dream.
Damn it.
You think she'll sell?
What choice does she have? Let her spend a winter here without her husband to run that ranch. By spring, she'll beg me to buy.
Nope, she won't. You don't know who you fucking with, bud.
I expected you earlier.
Been an interesting morning.
It's about to get more interesting. Cable came this morning.
I didn't even get to finish reading it. What did it say?
Aunt Cara, I've received your letter. And I'm coming home.
Oh no. No.
Holy shit, dude. I mean, at least they got the distress message out. Okay. So hopefully
someone will come find them, but also not. But also, are they underwater right now? Did somebody come and save them? Did they jump onto the ghost ship? What the actual? Or did they fucking die? Is this their death? Because, like, in the beginning, Elsa's narration with, like, his last whatever.
Yeah. I
can't. I cannot. I didn't actually cry this episode. Like, everything's still intact.
That ghost ship story stuff, it was fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was actually going to come into play and destroy their trip.
No, I thought they were past that, but, I mean, like, he was saying, like, it followed them.
Yeah.
It's hunting them down.
The current.
That's fucking terrifying.
That's just so insane. And I mean, this whole story, the way that it's shaping up, it is very much and it's kind of like the struggle with like prequel content, because in the main show, it's the same story that they've dealt with hundreds of years as they told us. We've got this rich dude and progress is happening in the valley and this and that.
I was going to say something about progress. It's always about progress.
Yeah. And this idea that there's always going to be somebody, some person, because it's not about the wolves and the bears and it's about the humans coming after your land. And yeah, it's just, it's not history repeating itself, because this is the beginning of their history. And it's like in the Yellowstone, it's history repeating itself. But it's just one of those things that, I mean, we were told through however many seasons of the Yellowstone that this is what their history dealt with on a regular basis. And the idea that there's like electricity and running water and the lights and all that stuff happening, it's like that's the beginning steps of what we see in the main show, where they're like, we want to build an actual city and an airport and a ski resort. But it's one of those things to where it's just, you kind of said it. Obviously, they don't lose their land, and obviously the Yellowstone expands. But we don't know if there's like a small pocket of time to where they did struggle and had to fight back to get their land back, kind of thing. So I just... Obviously, they don't lose the Yellowstone, but there could be a situation where they got to fight for it and get it back, in terms of dealing with this rich, powerful dude who's obviously got a lot of control and a lot of stake in terms of the future of the world, really, because of the whole advancement and progress, as they call it. So that whole storyline's pretty wild. I mean, like the fact that Elsa, even in that intro, was like, there's 4 Duttons. We're being extinct.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who are the 4? Because it's Spencer, Jack.
Jacob.
Does Kara count in terms of like, was she talking like blood, or was she talking just anyone connected who's married? Like that's pretty wild to think that there's only currently 4 right now. And they are dealing with this struggle. They had to sell off all their cattle. The winter is coming. Things are getting rough. Obviously, Jacob is dealing with his recovery, and he can't do shit because he had 9 bullets in his body. He got shot 9 times.
That's wild that he made it.
I mean, he's still got a road to climb, but it's still like, yeah, the initial survival happened, which is, in that time, getting shot that many times, holy shit, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean... It felt like it was just going to be like an easy, like, oh, hey, Spencer's going to get the letter. He's going to show up. Nah, that's not how the world works currently.
Well, even some, was it Jake? That's like, it could take him a year to get here.
Yeah. The idea that there's just no easy transportation, even from state to state. He was in Africa. Like, that's a whole world away. And just
many a ocean.
Yeah. And just like the amount of trips that he has to take to just hop the world to essentially get to Montana. It's just during that time, it's just not easy. And we're seeing that play out because I think you said potentially what happened. I don't think they're dead. I think they were able to swim and somehow get onto the ghost ship.
I hope so.
Because it was literally on top of them. Like the tugboat was literally getting pushed by it. So maybe there was an opportunity for them to like, I don't know if those giant ships have like ladders from the sea to the deck, but
they've got to have something.
You would imagine, just in case somebody fell over and there was an easy way to get back on. But that whole situation, just
I didn't even think about that. I thought there might be. I don't know. I don't even fucking know. I don't know.
I would be shocked if Spencer somehow didn't make it on there with Alexandra. Like, there's no way those two are dying in that moment.
You can't.
You
can't do that to me. You can't.
That's just where my head's at in terms of that. It's just you can't have this big buildup of who Spencer is and then have him die on the trip getting home.
Yeah, and I didn't see a body.
He has to get home. He needs to come destroy these folks who are trying to take his family's land. So
yeah, Banner's going
that's down. It's just a roadblock, and it's a really big roadblock. But the idea that he got the distress out and we didn't see their bot, like you would imagine, unless they got eaten by sharks, which is also very possible. But there were no bodies floating. I mean, they could have been trapped underneath the tugboat. Maybe that's where they are. Maybe they're like under the tugboat with like
in
their
a pocket of air.
Yeah, where they have that sometimes in some boats. But
oh God!
There's no way they're dead. Is basically what I'm saying. I feel like he's very resourceful. They're both very resourceful, very tough people. They're gonna figure out a way to like survive this moment and get rescued. That's where my head's at. Mm-hmm. This situation with Teonna now, like her escaping and getting out of there.
And they killed her cousin.
So insane. But it's one of those storylines where the fact that she essentially got rescued by the sheep herder dude,
Hank,
he's going to get her to a place. They're going to gather some people and they're going to destroy this school.
As they fucking
I hope they show up there with 100 people and just destroy them all and free all those other girls.
Even if it's just one person and they just like stealthily slit everybody's fucking throat in the middle of the night. Get them, dude.
One question I have, and just the way some of the nuns were responding, are they all bad? Or is it just like a couple of them that are bad? Or is everyone there with the same mission and orders? Are they?
Well, as the priest said, if you're helping a sinner, you're a sinner.
No, but I mean,
fuck those guys. They're all sinners.
Yes, I understand that part. But are they all beating the girls? Are they all doing the?
They're all co-signing.
I mean, so that was one of my curious questions. Was
Burn
like,
them all.
Are they all in on this the physical and mental abuse of these girls?
I think so.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of where my brain was going.
Even if they're not helping.
Because the Native Americans should bring their mightiest warriors and should just eliminate all of them for what they have done.
And burn down that fucking school.
Just burn it to the ground, destroy the whole fucking thing.
Honestly.
Because that whole storyline is, again, it's just so heartbreaking and it's really difficult to watch. But again, it's very important because it's part of history. It's the reality. So I hope this storyline concludes with revenge on them and rainwater. Hell yeah. I'm so like that. It's one of those small things that I was really, 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 really hoping for, because again, Thomas in the main show was so proud of his history. He always talked about like, my people had this land before. Like he was always talking about the past and his ancestors. Like the Yellowstone isn't just the Duttons. There's a lot more story to be told that isn't just the Duttons. And Thomas had a major impact on that main show. Mm-hmm. The fact that she's a rainwater, I absolutely love it, just because, again, you're getting an origin to that family as well, which is very important because their role, everything that goes down at the end, the way that it started in 1883 and then it ends up in Yellowstone, it's all just perfect. And the idea that we get to spend, like, unfortunately, it's really heartbreaking and difficult stuff to watch, but it's the reality of their upbringing and their family history that, it's important. So I'm just grateful. I'm happy. As soon as we saw something with Native Americans at the beginning of the show, I was hopeful that it was going to be a rainwater storyline because, again, he was a major key character and storyline in the main show. So I love that it's crossed over into this one too. So. Any other thoughts?
No.
Nothing?
That was very hard for me to watch.
There was a lot of very emotional aspects of this show. And again, this universe does intensity really well. It does the emotions really well. So yeah, you guys leave all your comments, share your thoughts. We'll see you guys later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.